Amongst other projects, I would like to revisit my $100 5.3 today. A couple videos ago, maybe several videos ago, I discussed the guy that I got it off of said cylinder head, and this side had a crack, and it was leaking water externally, and that's why he decided to get a different engine. I don't know. I want to pull every connecting rod cap off and inspect the bearings, and I'm going to check for a spun bearing, and then I want to pull every main cap off and to do the same. Already right off the rip, I can tell you right now, it's going to need cam bearings. They're not scored, they're just down to the copper, but I really don't care. You see all this white stuff? I think I had a blown head gasket. I don't think the head was actually cracked. He said there was a crack somewhere. I'm showing evidence of seepage from the deck. See that? So anyways, I'm going to start up here with numbers 1 and 2. Now I'm looking for spun bearings. Remind you, this engine's got 220K on it. This would be number 1. You would never see an all gray bearing like this back in the day. It'd all be down to the copper. Look at that. I want to put some snot on this and put it back together. This is good. Let's see what the other one looks like. Same deal. All gray. All gray. Just a little bit of carbon or varnish. It's all gray. Wow. I'm going to go through the rest of them. And if I see any of them that show any indication of serious wear, you're definitely going to know about it. But I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Amazingly, all of the rod bearings checked out. Every one of them had a nice overall finish, very little contamination, very little dirt contamination, where all had the wonderful, beautiful color of gray. If you see anything but gray, as in copper, any big wear marks or pock marks or scarring or scoring, you may have some crank shaft wear, and you might need to put a little bit more attention into the rods and the crank journals. Long story short, all the rod bearings checked out. Alright, well, let's take this main cap off here. What do we got here? Despite what many folks think, the main and rod bolts are reusable. They're not made of the same materials that head bolts are made out of. Head bolts are almost like a galvanized steel. Like, I think of hardware for like a chain link fence when I see the head bolts. These are actual traditional hardened bolts. You just can't use the same torque method to tighten these down as you would initially. You don't use the torque to yield method, torque angle method, so to speak. I simply just take these to 55 foot-pounds of torque and call it even. That groove, it looks like it belongs there. Typical older GM V8 may have a groove like that, oil groove. Not this one. This one's got some contamination. I mean, maybe it does belong there. I don't know. It looks like it does, but something tells me it doesn't.